أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Madam Chair, Commissioners, Lead Counsel, Assistant Counsel, viewers and listeners, members of the press, good morning. Welcome to our daily proceedings of this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters. Without further ado, I have the honor to yield the floor to Madam Chair for our next item on our today's agenda. Madam Chair, over to you.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I'll call on Honorable Fall to lead us in Muslim prayers and call on Honorable Joyner to lead us in Christian prayer. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما خلق والهادي لما سبق معه بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حتى قيم الدار العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما خلق والهادي لما سبق معه بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حتى قيم الدار العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما خلق والهادي لما سبقنا بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حتى قيم الدار العظيم اللهم إني أسألك بأني أشهد أنك أنت الله لا إله إلا أنت الأحد الصمد الذي لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Father God, to you be all the glory for the great things you have done and the greater things you will do in our lives. We are eternally grateful for your covering over our lives. Lead us daily in your own way. Teach us to be pure and true. Show us what we ought to do, and may your grace continue to abide with us. Good morning, Mr. Witness. Can kindly place your back on the table and then stand here? Can you hold into this mic? Look at the other camera. Good morning and welcome to this Commission of Inquiry to Local Government Councils and Related Matters.
Good morning.
Morning. What is your religion?
Islam. I'm a Muslim.
In which language do you wish to make your testimony? I, BAKARY DIBBA,
BAKARY DIBBA,
do swear that
do swear that
I'll speak the truth,
I will speak the truth,
the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness to for us to proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Diba. You are welcome.
Thank you.
Paul? Mr. Sewa? Mr. Sewa?
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. Please tell the Commission your name.
My name's BAKARY DIBBA.
Diba, what is your address? You work for KMC, Carnival Municipal Council.
Yes.
For how long?
From 2018 June to date,
In what capacity?
as a finance manager.
1 or 2?
1.
Do you have your appointment letter?
Yes.
Were you confirmed? May we please see the appointment and the confirmation letter?
Of course. Appointment.
Where are the originals?
Oh,
Do you have the original documents?
no, I'm not having them at the moment. I misplaced them.
You misplaced them.
Yes.
The offer of appointment letter from Carnival Municipal Council to the witness, Mr. BAKARY DIBBA. It is signed by Salaman Jai, Acting Chief Executive Officer, 11th of May 2018, and the confirmation of employment, 4th of January 2019, into evidence as an exhibit. Vouchers and monetary funds.
It's the 11th of May 2018 with reference KMC/ADM/074 addressed to Mr. BAKARY DIBBA. And the subject of the letter is offer. It is copied to the Chairman, Interim Committee, Acting Director of Finance, Director of Internal Audit, IT Manager, Acting Executive Secretary. The second letter dated the 4th of January 2019 with reference KMC/HR/0013. It is also addressed to BAKARY DIBBA, the witness, Finance Manager 1, and it is signed by Dembo Hoja for Acting Chief Executive Officer. It is copied to the Lord Mayor and the Finance Director. These two documents are admitted together as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/BD/KMC/001.
As the Commission places. Now, you gave statements to the investigators. Do you
Yes.
recall this? In fact, two statements were obtained from you. The first is dated the 2nd of July 2024, correct?
Yes.
And the second one, 26th of July 2024.
Yes.
We'll ask that you be given these two statements. Please. Please go through the two statements. And you can tell us whether they are statements that were obtained from you by the commissioners.
Yes. They are my statements.
We apply to tender the statements of the witness BAKARY DIBBA. The first is dated the 2nd of July 2024. The second is 26th of July 2024 into evidence as an exhibit.
Of July 2024 and the additional witness statement dated the 26th of July 2024 are both admitted together as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/BD/KMC/002.
As commission places. Now, please tell the commission your educational background.
I attended Kabafre Primary School in Brikama and Botrop Junior Secondary School in Brikama as well. St. Augustine Senior Secondary School, Banjul Institute of Professional Studies, MDI, and I think, yeah, MDI, yeah, right.
And what are your post-secondary school qualifications?
I studied AET technician and ACCA part qualified.
ACCA?
ACCA part qualified. Part 2. Yeah.
Part 2.
Yeah, right.
Now, as a finance manager 1, you have finance manager 2?
Yes, we are 2 in number.
2 in number. How would you describe your role?
Basically, my role is the general supervision of the accounting functions within the finance.
How do you supervise their functions?
Yes, I have a team of staff from the accountant to the accounts clerk. We usually do, and the cashiers as well. So usually the transactions are posted in the system. I ensure that, like revenues, I ensure that collections are banked on daily basis, or in the following day, their bank receipts are drawn and posted in the system. So before the system, it will be released to hit the ledgers. We ensure that they are verified to avoid errors and misclassification of revenues. The expenditures also as well. We ensure that all the payments that passes through us are charged into the right expenditure heads. So before the cashier pays also, even if the payment is done, before it will hit the accounts, usually someone will verify the vouchers and sign on them as release or verified.
Someone, as in who will do that?
It can be me or any other person.
Finance manager 1.
Yeah, or any other person assigned by me, or by also assigned with the rights by the director of finance to do such.
Okay. Now, what are the books of accounts kept by KMC at the accounts department as at the time you were employed?
What are the
books of accounts that you work with your team?
basically when I started in June 2018. So
Yes.
there was no account given to me at the time. So what I was told was I just arrived, given a desk, so I just familiarized myself with the system and move on. But nothing
Do you
else.
keep cash books within the accounting department?
Yes, we
Finance
have.
department?
Yes, we have cash books.
How many people will keep a cash book?
The cashiers.
How many cashiers?
We have 2 cashiers, but currently we have 3 now. Before it was 2.
Before us, and from which period to which period?
In fact, in 2018, during my first 2 weeks in the council, there were only 1 cashier who was doing everything. So after 2 weeks later, when I arrived, the then deputy director, who was acting as director of finance, Sirip Njai, introduced a new system for the matrix to digitalize the rates revenue collection.
Yes.
So then a new cashier was introduced to specifically collect the rates revenues. So that makes it 2. But as time goes on, gradually, right now, we are having 3 again. Because that one since 2021.
21.
Yeah, I think 2021.
Now they all keep cash books, the cashiers? How about the finance director or the finance manager one? You don't have cash books?
No, we don't have.
How do you supervise the work that they do in relation to the cash books that they keep?
Usually, for the rates electronic payment system, that one, what we usually do is daily print. Every day they'll make a printout of their transactions.
Yes.
And bank it in the following day. So we ensure that what is the printout total, the total are the same. So if you can confirm them, then the accounts can issue the cashier a receipt and stable it on the printout. So then there'll be a file in the accounts every day where those printouts will be filed. Before filing, also we ensure that they are all posted. The revenues are posted, the banking slips are posted. Then the files can be checked.
Does the accounts clerk have a cash book as well?
Who?
The accounts clerk.
No, the accounts clerk, they didn't have cash book.
They don't have a cash book.
Yeah. The receipt they issue.
Yes, to the cashier.
Yeah, the receipts they issue, they are recorded they are posted in the system.
In the system.
Yes. For example, like those GTR, usually the accounts class will also have what we call non-cash receipts. The GTR, but it will be a non-cash because for them they don't receive cash.
Yes.
They just use it to facilitate, to enable them to issue a receipt to the cashiers, confirming that what they have collected is actually what they have banked.
Yes.
So they will collect it from the accounts finance manager too. And finance manager to issue them a GTR. The accounts clerk will have that. So anytime, at any given time, they will collect printouts or cash books from the cashiers, confirm if they are okay, they issue a receipt. So those receipt references is what they'll post in the system to recognize the revenue.
So in the event what the cashiers collect is different from what they take to the bank, how will they address that issue? The accounts clerks.
That can only happen in 2 folds, but the first one can only be over banking, which is maybe rare to happen.
Come again?
The first one will be over banking.
Over banking.
Like what they actually collect and what is taken to the bank.
So what's taken to the bank is more than what they collect.
Yeah, it will be in 2 folds, either over banking or under banking.
Can you explain under banking and over banking?
Over banking will be if your actual revenue collected is less than what you bank, or you bank more than what you collected.
Yes. Does it happen?
I can't remember such. That's why I'm
What
saying.
will cause over banking?
Unless that can only happen if the cashier didn't keep proper record of his collection. So at the end of the day, you have his money in your possession, and so you can bank it. But that is very rare because I cannot recall such happens.
So maybe you make over banking. Where will you collect? Let's say $1 million and you take to the bank 1.5 million.
No, what I'm saying is that I don't say they do overbanking. I'm just responding to what you said.
No, I'm not saying that they do
Yeah.
overbanking as
Yeah.
well.
Okay.
I am saying that we are trying to know.
Yeah.
You have said that they will be issued a receipt. That is the cashiers.
Yes.
At the end of the day, is it every day?
Of
It
course.
should be at the end of every day.
Yeah, it should be end of every day.
Yes. That they will be issued receipt by the accounts clerk.
Yeah.
So what is received is what is being received for.
Yes.
They receive $100,000, they give a receipt,
100,000.
zeroing that number.
Yes. Yes.
Now, I am asking whether in the case where what they receive is different from what is being received by the cashiers, how would they record that? And you said you may have two instances. One is the overbanking or underbanking.
Yeah.
Now you were explaining overbanking, and I'm now explaining why would a cashier, under any circumstance, have more money than they receive.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. What I was trying to explain is that it will be very rare to happen. Well, I've never recorded so during my 6 years of working in council, like my cashier's over bank. So I can't recall.
What are the instances that may cause a cashier to receive more
So
money?
the potential instance may be like your collection for the day after you close your books, you'll find out that there's a surplus cash with you. You are very sure. Maybe that part you collected the money, you don't receive a receipt yet. And knowing fully that money is not your personal money, you can bank it after when you reconcile. I'm just an example.
Now let's what the issue on the banking.
So
why would a cashier pay to the bank less money than they receive?
On the banking, the ones I experience usually will be because we are banking with our main banks are Ajib Bank, Ajib Bank, Eco Bank. Sometimes go Trust Bank also will come frequently.
Right.
So in the event they receive checks from other banks that are more than 100,000. So because we are having banks with them, so the cashiers will collect those checks, but they cannot bank those ones with the daily banking team. That's Eco Bank, GT Bank, and Trust Bank. So they will collect those checks also as well. So if Trust Bank or Eco Bank or GT Bank come early in the morning for the day,
yes.
So it will be practically impossible for them to deposit those checks. So what they will do is they will deposit the ones that are bankable for the day. So the other ones, maybe later in the day or the following day, they can find a time and go and deposit those checks. And so those
go ahead.
Can happen. So those are some of the potential.
Now you're talking about your bank accounts. How many bank accounts do you have in KMC since 2018 that you took over? Let's say when you assumed office as the finance manager in 2018, how many bank accounts do you know were in KMC's name?
I think we have Mega Bank, Trust Bank, Eco Bank, GT Bank.
As at the time you took over?
Yeah, Zenith Bank. Yep.
Let's start. Is it Eco Bank?
Eco Bank.
Yes.
Mega Bank.
Yes.
Zenith Bank.
Proceed.
GT Bank. I think those are how many did I?
4. Eco Bank, Mega, Zenith, and GT Bank.
Trust Bank.
Trust.
Yes.
You had 5 bank accounts.
Ajib is there.
And Ajib?
Yes.
In 2018?
Yes.
Okay. 6. And now, do you know how many bank accounts altogether?
Yes, I think now the Ajib you have the embedded account also as well. Along the way, embedded accounts was created.
The embedded account.
Yes.
And as well, all the accounts are kept by the companies that you create. For example, KMM, KMT. Okay. Do you deal with those accounts as the finance manager or the finance department?
No. For KMM and KMT, I think they are having a separate board.
Separate board?
Board. They have a board that is managing those ones. They report to the board directly.
So they don't, the finance department doesn't have any
No.
With the accounts of the companies that you create?
No.
Correct.
Hey, Council, let me just find out. If they have a separate vote,
Yeah.
The finances that are paid into those accounts,
Yeah.
are they not finances from
Council.
the general council accounts?
Of course, they are from council.
So then how do you do your reconciliation in terms of um, income coming in and expenditure? How do you reconcile yourself and the accountant responsible for those two companies in order to have a true picture of the financial status of the council?
Well, anyway, for us in our financial statements, we have a head there for the project. So any amount that is planned for those ones, that's why we charge them. So now, because of they don't report to us directly, and secondly, we don't know the composition of the board. Those ones are decided at the general council. Maybe we at finance, we will be there receiving the instruction that as the general council resolution so and so, we are hereby authorized to transfer this. With the CEO and director of finance will both sign and approve.
Yes, but Mr. Dibba, how correct
Yeah.
would that transaction be when you cannot account for the monies that you are taking from the main accounts of council and you are not receiving instructions or updates or reconciliation as to how those monies are being expended?
On our own end, we can account for them in our financial statements. But now, at our own end at council, we can account for them in our financial statement. But now at the other level, that's what we are saying,
Yeah.
at their company levels, because of they are not reporting directly to, I don't know whether they are reporting to general council. We are, my director can be there.
If they are reporting to general council, you as finance manager one, you will be able to have the documentation. Because if they report to the general council, i.e. laying their accounts before general council, this have to be submitted to you, as person doing the reconciliation for the main accounts of the council. Is that not correct?
Yes, you are right.
Is that not the way it is supposed to be?
Yes.
So it's because there is no accounts being laid before council and later on submitted to you for you to do a proper reconciliation. That is why you cannot see the accounts and their transactions.
You are quite right.
Thank you. Council, you may proceed.
Yes, thank you. Yes, so after aside from these 6 banks that you bank with,
Yeah.
do you know how many accounts you have in each bank?
On each bank.
In each bank, do you know how many accounts you have in the name of KMC, either jointly with a third company or party, or entirely in the name of KMC? Do you know?
Yes.
Okay. Will you be able to give us a list? I know it may be difficult for you to tell us
Yeah,
head now, or
I think
that.
Yes.
How many accounts in EcoBank?
EcoBank, we have the main account is there. That's the main Darcy account. There's a dollar account, but that's dormant since the day I arrived. Still now it's the same figure. I don't know. Less than 100.
You're no longer with KMC. You're no longer with KMC.
What I'm saying, since I arrived there.
Oh, since you arrived.
Yeah. So the balance is around $100 up to date. So that is dormant.
Dollar account.
Yeah.
And you have the main account.
Yeah. So you have the JETP project account with the
Do you have the KEP
project account, both the Dallas and the Euro account?
Okay, but you also don't manage that, do you?
Yes, I manage JETP. I'm the project finance manager for JETP. So that one, the Dallas and the Euro are separate.
I'm saying you individually, then in your capacity as the finance manager, does it also follow the same accounting principles in relation to your other accounts, the KEPT?
Yes. Okay, what I'm trying to explain is that I'm the finance manager for JETP. I'm on second at JETP. So, but because of my involvement in the council's accounting at present, so I still now.
So
any
you
order
as the finance
exactly
the manager for KEPT.
Yeah.
But your role there is different with your main role at council as the finance manager one. Correct? Or
Yes.
is one the same?
It's almost the same.
It's-
But right now, council, like my role scales down.
Let me rephrase. What I mean is
Yeah.
the accounts,
Yeah.
KEPT, who manages this account?
Me.
You.
Yeah.
Now, if you have to withdraw an amount there, who takes the decision?
If it is me and the director,
You're the director of?
project director.
Okay. So it has nothing to do with the director of finance at council.
No, it didn't have any relationship with council.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So it's separate, it's independent.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Are you giving allowance or salaries for that as well?
And salaries.
Salary.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is there any form of reconciliation at the level of the finance department, the finance directors at the KMC in relation to the accounts of KEPT, or you're saying they're independent?
Yes, there's it go what in the level of KATP or KMC.
The KEPT account, do you have any form of scrutiny or any form of accountability or any form of control at the level of the KMC, the finance director's office? Do they control the account? Do they have access to the account?
No, they didn't have control access. They just KATP. They have their own team of auditors for both internal and external auditors. That and they report to the board set by the council.
How many accounts do you have at KEPT?
2 accounts, both at EcoBank.
Both at EcoBank.
That's the Darcy and the Euro account.
Can you provide the civil statement of accounts for these two?
Of course.
Please write that down.
Yeah.
So who do you report to? The board?
Yes, we report to the board.
Have you been preparing financial statements for KPG?
Yes, their accounts.
How many financial statements?
Yeah, one. That is 2022.
Since when were you transferred to KPG?
That's 2022. So the 2023 one is on the audit. It's not finished yet.
It's not done yet.
Yeah.
Please write it down as well. We'll request for the financial statement for 2022. Mega Bank, how many accounts?
Can I make some clarification?
Yes, yes.
On the KETP, it is not like a full financial statement. They just call an expenditure verification. Because it's not like the whole council where we have assets, liabilities, and other stuff. So, because you receive a one-off inflow from the partners for you to expend. So, when the auditors come, what they will do is expenditure verification. Nonetheless, I will provide you with those reports and everything.
Let's just have what you have.
Exactly.
And then we can take it from there.
Yeah.
So, Mega Bank, how many accounts? Yes.
Clarity purposes. You said the KMPT doesn't have financial statements.
Yeah, what I mean is that, like, it's not a full financial statement. It's different from the.
Why? Why is it not a full financial statement?
Yeah, because for KATP, it's a one-off inflow. Like, when.
It's a project.
Yeah, exactly. It's a project, yeah. So it's a one-off inflow. We give you the expense. So, like, when the auditors even come, they will not call it as a full audit. They will just come for expenditure verification to verify actually what you expense.
What, as a finance manager, do you think it is important to audit the project?
Of course, it is very important.
If it is just one of flows that they receive.
It is very important. And week they are doing.
Yeah.
The first one is done.
And then how would you conduct an audit if you don't have a full statement of the activities of the project? It's just for financial verification. How true would the audit reflect, you understand, the transactions of the project?
What I was saying is, It's just KTB is just a subsidiary of KMC, I can say.
Yeah.
So whatever we are doing at the end of the day, if the audits are done, everything is done, those particular expenditure line should be captured in under KMC as just a one line expenditure.
Okay.
So that is why when they even they will just go an expenditure verification. So all the monies they give you, how you spend it, there is a system where you are going to record everything, just like any other accounting system. They will come and do a thorough audit and go on set also verify the assets you said you procure and everything.
So if I can get it, because I just want to be clear,
Yes.
if I can get it, you will have your statements
Yes.
done properly.
Yeah.
Your auditing also done properly.
Yes.
In which it will reflect in your main budget.
Yes.
And that is what you will translate into a one-line budget activity information.
Exactly.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Thank you. Yes. So now, Megabank, how many accounts?
Megabank, only one.
Zenith,
Zenith one.
GT Bank,
GT one.
Trust Bank,
Trust Bank one.
Ajib Bank,
Ajib. How much did I give? I give you two. Well, there was another one also. I think is the GIS account. Yeah, that makes it three. I think I gave you two.
So please, you give us a summary.
Okay, I will do that.
Of the accounts kept by council when you assume office.
Okay.
Up to date. Now, have you been preparing financial statements at council as the finance manager one every year?
No, how we operate is like.
No, is it a yes or a no, and then you tell us.
Okay, no.
Cool. Is there any reason?
Yes.
Now, please explain.
You know, if you look at my employment letter.
Yes.
And the local government, how to go?
Yes, go ahead.
And the local government, the finance, financial manual.
Yeah.
I think I just even came to know about that other one was 2 years ago when we have national audit. They started asking about those working tools. So I knew that there was my role there is different, a bit different from what is in my employment letter. But nonetheless, the financial statement is prepared by the Deputy Director of Finance, which I supervise the accounting function of it. Because without proper accounting functions, he will not be able to generate reports.
Yes.
So we will do all other things to ensure that accounts are reconciled, postings are done. Then he will be able to generate the financial statements.
So you didn't have access to the financial manual when you were appointed?
You know, at the time, I don't. You know, council when I council, I think even my first day at KMC, I was told to write to request for my computers and stuff. I was a bit reluctant. I think the finance manager too was the guy who made me comfortable too, because all other places you work with, immediately they employ you. They'll make sure that the working tools are available, like your computers and the desks. So they just show me the desks. They just show me the desks where to sit.
Yes.
And told me to request for your computers and stuff.
They asked that you should do the request.
Yes, I insisted that I will not do.
Why?
Because I don't even have the letterhead. Because usually, any other place, because KMC is not the first place, second place I work. Before you employ somebody, you have to make sure the grounds you are ready to observe the person. So the computers and working tools should be there. He should be oriented also. So it was the finance manager too who even used his computer and used the letterhead, because I don't even have the letterhead.
So how long did it take? Did that situation?
No, honestly speaking, when he wrote, after everything changes.
But how long?
No, less than a week. But I'm just telling you the process.
No, but then there's no excuse.
Yeah.
Then there's no excuse. Then what is the relevance of you saying that you don't have those working tools when it only lasts a week, 7 days?
Yeah, but on the ideal situation, working environment. Because yeah, so
I agree. But I'm now saying, should that be a reason why you should not prepare the financial statement?
No, they are quite different things. That's not the reason. The reason was I was not told that I should prepare a financial statement on my employment letter. And before, I was not told, but I was told in the employment that you have to work with Deputy Director of Finance and the Director of Finance. So those are the ones I was supporting, coordinating the activities of the accounts office and supporting those. So in doing so, those people, for them to generate the financial statement is easier because if all the transactions are posted in the account, they will just click a button and generate the reports.
Now, your appointment says one, reconciliation of all bank accounts and the general ledger. You have been doing that?
Yes,
How often?
we did it monthly. I think the files are in there.
Ensure that all accounting transactions are updated on time.
Yes.
Correspond with the banks to effect payments on overseas purchases of machinery. Responsible for payroll management, including pension and gratuities payment.
For the payroll, that one is not under me.
It's not under you.
It's under finance. It's under administration.
Why is that?
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I think when I came newly, during the first 1 year, 6 months, I think it was under finance. But later on, there was a communication between the admin and finance that the payroll is moved to.
Who gave the instruction that it should move from?
No, they didn't instruct me, but to the director of finance.
Yes.
That payroll is moved to admin now.
Who was that of finance at the time?
No, Sirif was the acting director of finance. Sirif
Njai.
Yeah, he was the acting director of finance.
But do you think that's proper?
Basically, it is not proper, though. It is not proper. Even all the time, even last week.
If you don't manage the payroll, how would you be able to know the authenticity of the payments you would be effective?
It is not proper. They have been back and forth at the committee level every time. So a month ago, I think they agree now that it should come back to finance. So I don't know whether
Do you know whether there is a memo to that effect?
No, no.
You have no idea.
No idea.
Now, what you have said, you do not prepare financial statements. Do you know whether someone else had to prepare financial statements at council?
Yes.
Who?
The Deputy Director of Finance. Sirif Njai.
He had been preparing financial statement.
Yes.
You have seen.
Yes.
For how long?
Since day one.
Bank reconciliations?
Me and my team, we have been doing it.
Bank reconciliations?
Yeah.
You have copies of the bank reconciliations you have prepared?
I think they're at the back of your desk there.
At the back?
The desk there. At the back of your care.
Please come again.
At the back in there, the files are there.
Did you submit it?
Yes, we submitted them.
You submitted?
Yes.
You yourself submitted the bank reconciliations?
I submitted with my team last month. We came here.
Last month?
Yeah, we came here also because we heard that the commission were not able to see some of these documents. So we were taking it around. So they took us through the back there. So we have seen the files there, or the reconstruction files.
You submitted all from which year to which year?
I think everything from 2018.
2018.
Yeah.
Now we have vouchers here.
Okay.
That I want you to look at is payments made to AMCC Enterprise.
Yeah.
2019. I know you were asked these questions by the investigators in relation to double payments or what appears to be double payment made to KMCC for the same work done.
Yes.
Please go through.
Okay, so now, thank you.
Yes.
Yes, I've seen them.
You, in your statement, you've addressed the issue of this double payment. What can you tell us about these two payments? The same amount made to AMCC? The two vouchers, PV 190245 and 190246, were raised the same day, right?
Yes, they are all the same
amount.
day.
Most of the documents are the same. Even the procurement documents are the same. Why was there a reason to make two payments at the same time? Do you know?
No, basically because I was not aware, as I said in my statement, that there
Why would
was.
you not be aware? You have been the finance manager. You are to supervise the accounts clerk.
Yes,
They raise these vouchers, correct?
yes, there is the vouchers.
And your job is to supervise the work that they do.
Yes. So where I'm,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
council, like how they operate is, like the director of finance. If the payments are received in zone, he can just minute to the accounts please process. So that will go to the account clerk directly.
Yes.
So they can post. So sometimes if it passes through me, like in this particular case,
Yeah.
the other one passed, but the other one I was aware. When I came to the commission, I also go through it.
Yes.
I've seen that it seems like a double payment, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I've seen some disparities in the narration.
Some?
Disparities in the narration.
Okay.
On the request.
Yes.
It was stating the other one is 6 days and the other one is 7 days.
Yes.
And the invoice.
It's the same area, same date, same amount, same invoices raised. Everything is just basically the same. Everything there is just the same.
Yeah, no, but I don't think it's the same area because I remember very well a month ago, Sirip is at Banyon now, but he came to my office in the evening. But he was so worried about this particular, he didn't even understand. He can't recall. I told him that, well, anyway, if you go to the commission, tell them to allow you have a look at the document thoroughly to be able to establish. And at the same time, he called the vendor also, the vendor concern. So, and the vendor also said clearly that there are different locations.
No, the vendor didn't say that here.
Well, anyway,
the contractor, sorry, they didn't say that.
The contractor told me and Sirif, it was around 5 to 6 in the evening at that. I know basically that one you may not take it because obviously even if it is me, unless I'm just faithful to Allah.
When a contract is given and work is completed, you will definitely have a certificate to show that work is completed. A job completion certificate, correct?
Yeah, it should be there.
Yeah, but you have only on one in one of the vouchers and not the other.
Yeah, maybe the other one, maybe an oversight.
What is an oversight?
Yeah, it's something you're supposed. Something is
oversight now. Everyone wants to use it.
No, it's something you're supposed to do and you don't do it.
So
yes.
Finish what he is saying,
Okay.
and then you can respond.
Okay.
Because you are talking over each other's head.
Okay.
And we are not getting your evidence.
Thank you.
Yes. So what is an oversight? What do you mean when you say it's an oversight?
Something you're supposed to do in this particular case. You're supposed to do, like if the job is done satisfactorily.
Yes.
But you fail to do it. Maybe for one reason or the other.
What would be the reason?
In this particular case, I don't know the reason why it was not there.
So the payment would not be a genuine payment because there is no evidence of it being a separate exercise or contract, and also the idea whether in fact job was completed.
Yeah, but and I don't think this should be, the user should be able to
no, the user, the finance department should be in the position to state whether it was necessary to make payment or not.
Yes, they should be, but that's what I'm saying. If you look at the document here, it's different. They are saying this one is in 6 days, this one is in 7 days. So it can be in the same location, the same same word.
Assume the answer is yes. Now, where is the job completion certificate that the contract was awarded? It was a different contract to the first one, and then and it was executed.
So maybe the finance also, the lapses we had there was we should have verified to ensure that there was a completion certificate before, or if it is not that, we engage the planning to ensure that the certificate is attached before we proceed with deployment.
Now, how sure are we that job was completed and it was different from the one that was paid first?
How so are we?
How sure would anyone be in relation to the genuineness of that payment?
I think the only thing now is if the planning can confirm that the job is completed.
Now, it is also your responsibility as the finance manager to prepare the monthly summary of receipts and payments. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You have been doing that?
Yes, I've been doing not actually monthly, but periodically.
What do you mean periodically?
It can be every 6 months, 3 months, and
Are
annually.
these documented?
Yes, they have the records of them.
Can you produce these records?
Yes, so I have some of them with me here.
Can we see the ones you have?
Yes.
We apply to tender the following documents: income and expenditure statements. The first is the income and expenditure statement for 2021. That's 3 pages. The second is the income and expenditure statement for the period ended 31st December 2023. The third is the income and expenditure as at 31st December 2022. You have the one for 2020 as at 30th of September 2020. We have the income and expenditure as at 31st March 2020. Income and expenditure as at 31st June 2020. Income and expenditure for the period ended 31st December 2020. Income and expenditure as at 30th of June 2021. Income and expenditure for the period ended 30th September 2021. All into evidence as an exhibit. That's all you have?
Yes. But
Or should we expect?
yes, I have orders there, but I was called in the weekend, so and I traveled to the provinces. So
You are in the provinces?
yeah, I traveled to the provinces in the weekend, so I couldn't have.
Very well then. We'll give you time to come back and submit the rest.
Mr. Dibba,
Yes.
the statements for 2020, 2021, 2022 are not complete. You have few months, 1 month in a year. Do you have the complete
For 2020?
for the years that is from 2018?
Yes, I have other statements as well. That's what I was saying.
Complete from 2018 to January 2023?
I think I have from 2019, from 2019.
2019.
Yeah, I have some.
You don't have 2018?
2018, but still I can have the system is there. I can generate the report. They are all in the system.
I believe that is what you were asked by council to produce, right?
Yes.
Okay. The Carnifing Municipal Council income and expenditure as of 31st of March 2020. The council's income and expenditure as of 31st of June 2020. Council's income and expenditure, a report as of 30th of September 2020. Income and expenditure for the period ended 31st of December 2020. The income and expenditure as of 30th of June 2021. The income and expenditure for the period ended 30th of September 2021. The income and expenditure statement 2021. The income and expenditure as of 31st of December 2022. And the income and expenditure for the period ended 31st of December 2023. These are admitted in a bundle as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/BD/KMC/003.
Ask the commission, please. Now, Mr. Sadiba,
Yes.
the last question for the day is in relation to the alterations of the vouchers that you will find in the or queried by the audit report 2020. Are you familiar with that report and the alterations that are stated there?
Yes.
It is the Carnival Municipal Council, the audit report and final management letter of Carnival Municipal Council for the year ending 31st December 2020 and 31st December 2021 on page 100.
Okay.
It says the council made the necessary adjustments in the ledgers and financial statements, but we noted that some payment voucher numbers were altered using pens as detailed in Annex D. Implication is that this is an indication of weak control over expenditure, which might lead to misuse of funds without notice. Now, why would you alter the payment vouchers?
That we are using IFMIS right now.
Yes.
And also sometimes the accounts if you close before you close the accounts, it may be a bit late. So usually what will happen for the account closer is that there's a manual PV template.
Yes.
That you will prepare payment vouchers on.
Yes.
So by the time you run the account around maybe mid of January or February, so what you will do now, because those PVs, manual vouchers, will be posted in the system. So the system will automatically, because the system is set in a way, it will automatically generate a system code. So those codes now, because those are the ones in your accounts now. So those system generated PVs is what you will use now to override on top, put a mark there and put the system PV number there. Because if you don't do it that way, the manual one, any day the cashier run a payment, we'll just put it there, PV 001, PV 0023 and go. So in the system, if you are posting the backlogs now, maybe all the accounts will give in certain payments to post. So they will post in simultaneously. So now the system will generate various the system will be generating various PV numbers. So each now, the PV generated is what you are going to override and write it on top. And if you post it on the IFMIS also, it will generate a different number also. So that number also, you have to put it on top of your PV.
Now, these vouchers that were altered were listed and marked Annex D that you will find on page 165 of the audit report. The amount entirely for the alteration is at $36,453.38 buttons. Now, to start with, which year was this? When did you have this problem, and for how long with the system?
This one, I think almost every year.
Every year you have the problem.
Almost every year by January, February, we have this problem.
January, February.
Yeah, unless it's only 2024. We don't have.
And not March.
It can go up from March. It can go up from March. So it's only 2024 which we didn't have the problem.
Do you report this? Do you have any documents in relation to the reporting this issue?
No, we don't report it.
Is there any reason why?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The reason is that because by December you have, by December you have, instead of, because of the system you are using is not user friendly as the IFMIS system right now. So you have to, by December you have to close the accounts. But if you close the accounts also, because there are so many adjustments you have to do there. So you not close it, you have to leave it open. When you leave it, whilst you are working on the adjustments. So you will be using the, whilst you are working on the adjustments, you will be using the manual PVs. So thereafter, when the accounts are completely run, you do the corrections.
So we have the alteration going all the way to April and May. Not only January, February, April all the way to May. For instance, we have alterations in the month of May, 13th May 2021. $100,000 payment was altered. Yes, thank you.
We will have to rise because both GRTS and the technician are not able to, they are having a little bit of technical issue. So we will rise for 10 minutes.